Hey, it's Susanne here. If you're a yoga teacher who's been dreaming about creating an online business, maybe to reach more students, earn more consistent income, or simply to have more freedom, which is my highest value and motivation, but you're not sure where to start, this video is for you. I know exactly how that feels. When I started my online business almost 10 years ago, I had no real idea what I was doing. I didn't have an audience, and I definitely wasn't thinking in terms of funnels or offers. But over time, I learned what actually works. So, how to build an online business that feels aligned, that feels authentic, and that's profitable without the constant hustle or burnout. And that's what I want to share with you today. What actually works, the step-by-step process I'd follow if I were a yoga teacher starting completely from scratch in 2025 or in 2026. Whether you're teaching full-time in a studio, leading retreats, or juggling part-time yoga alongside another job, this is for you. The very first step, and it's the one that will shape everything else you do, is getting clear on what you help people with. When you're teaching in person, your location is your niche. People come to your class because you're nearby, they like your energy, they like how you teach, your timing works for them. You don't really have to explain what makes you different. Proximity does that for you. But online, if you want to build an online business, things change. Now, anyone could potentially find you. Just imagine anyone from the, hundred of millions of people who are using Instagram could find you, but they won't stay unless they understand quickly what your yoga or what you do does for them. And that's why you want to think about two things: the problem you help people with and the transformation they experience through your work. Now, not every yoga offer has to solve a huge, life-changing problem. It might simply help people feel calmer, or move with less pain, or create space for themselves in a busy life. So it could be something like, I help busy professionals release tension and find calm at the end of the day. Or I help women in midlife reconnect with their bodies and energy. Or I help beginners build confidence with a simple home yoga routine. Those are real problems, things people want help with, even if they're not dramatic. And when you can describe that clearly, what your yoga helps with, who it's for, and what changes because of it, you immediately stand out online. You stop being another yoga teacher and become the go-to guide for a specific kind of person. And that's your foundation. Everything else you will build will grow from that clarity. And once you're clear on your transformation, the next step is to create your offer. And yes, I want you to do this before you start building your audience. And here's why. If you start by trying to grow your following, you will end up posting random tips and yoga poses with no real direction. But when you know what you're offering, your content becomes intentional. It attracts the right people, the ones who will actually want to work with you. And you can start simple. You don't need to launch a massive online course right away. You can begin, for example, with a low ticket offer, like a short workshop, a 7-day series, a mini course, something that feels lighter and doable and that you sell for maybe $17 or $27 or $37, something that's affordable. It helps you test your idea, get feedback, and start earning right away. And you want to create that momentum. So that can be your first step. But at the same time, I want you to hold the bigger vision. Even if you don't feel ready yet, start imagining your signature program, the deeper transformation you ultimately want to guide your students through. Maybe you're ready for that, and that would be amazing too, right? So it could be helping midlife women balance hormones through yoga and mindfulness, or guiding beginners through a 6-week journey to build confidence and consistency. You don't need to create it today or even tomorrow, but you want to think like someone building toward it. That long-term vision becomes the backbone of your business. And then everything else that you create, your low-ticket offer, your freebie if you want to create one, your emails, your content, will connect to that bigger pathway. So you can start small, but think big. And then, once you know what you're selling, you can create a freebie that naturally leads into it. This is where so many yoga teachers go wrong. They make random freebies with no connection to what they'll eventually sell. So instead, think of your freebie as the first step on your student's journey. So if your offer helps women regain energy through yoga, maybe your freebie is a short video series called Find Your Energy Again. Find your energy in midlife again. If your program teaches beginners how to build a home practice, your freebie could be your 5-day home yoga kickstart. So the goal isn't just to give something away in exchange for an email address, right? Because you want to build your email list. The goal is to start a relationship with people who are the right fit for your offer. It's not about quantity here, it's about the quality of people who sign up for your email list, to learn from you, to learn more about you. So you're not chasing vanity metrics here, like followers or downloads. You are building intentional connections. And then you turn your offer into an actual business by setting up your simple sales system. So you need a sales system, just a process basically to sell your offer consistently that brings new people into your world and gently guides them toward your offers. So that might look like a freebie, or the mini training that introduces your approach, and then you have a short email sequence that builds trust and shows your student what's possible, where you introduce your method, and then you link to a clear sales page where people can join your program. It doesn't need to be tech heavy. It just needs to be set up. This is a funnel, right? So you don't have to be afraid of that word of setting up a funnel. This is a funnel. It's simply guiding people who discover you to your offer. Because otherwise, if you don't sell that to them, you can't really help them. So it doesn't need to be complicated or anything. You just need to set it up. And here's the magic. Once that system is in place, you can focus on nurturing your community instead of constantly launching or promoting. You know what to talk about, and you can spend more time teaching, creating, living your life while your business keeps enrolling new clients, new students in the background. So for that to work, you need to get your work in front of people. You need new people to discover you, right? So when you're teaching in person, your students find you through word of mouth, or because they live nearby, or they go to that studio. And online, it doesn't work that way. You need a way for new people to discover you. So that means creating content that helps your ideal students understand what you do and why it matters to them. And you can start really simple here. So choose one main platform where you show up. So maybe Instagram, YouTube, just your email list, although that's not really how you grow. So YouTube, Instagram are the most popular platforms here. Then you focus on educating and relating, not just promoting. And you share short, useful pieces that answer the questions your students already ask you. Maybe in class, right? So for example, how often should I practice if I only have 15 minutes? Or what's the best pose to release tension after sitting all day? Don't be afraid to share educational content, especially when you're just getting started. This is really how you establish yourself as an authority in your niche, talking about your topic. And it's also probably what's easiest for you. And then you end with an invitation. So something as easy as, I go deeper into this in my 6-week program, or you can download my free home practice guide below, or comment guide, and I'll send you the link to my free home practice guide. And that's marketing in a nutshell. So teaching publicly and giving people a clear next step. So you don't need to overcomplicate it here. Just keep talking about the problems. Keep talking about what your ideal client or student really asks you or needs to hear. What matters is consistency and clarity. And when people repeatedly see your content and it's really helping them, they know you have a clear offer as well. That's when they start to trust you and see you as their guide. And the beautiful part is also, often the people who first follow you online decide to join your in-person classes, and your studio students become the first to join your online programs, right? So if you're still teaching in person, that's a really big advantage. Your in-person students are your best research partners. You can see firsthand what they struggle with, what they ask about, what results they want most. And then when you start offering online programs, they often become your first participants. Your online work also supports your in-person teaching because it gives your students a way to stay connected between classes and to go deeper. To deepen their practice and to keep learning with you, even if they move away, for example. It's not about replacing your local classes. It's about creating more stability and freedom in your business. And it's about giving your students an opportunity to go deeper. Because, in the past, what did we do when we wanted to deepen our yoga practice? We did a yoga teacher training, but not everybody wants to become a yoga teacher. Not everybody should. You should still give them the opportunity to learn more, to go deeper in their yoga practice. So you can still teach what you love, just in a way that's more sustainable and less dependent on how many classes you can fit into a week. So there you have it. Let's recap. Here's what I do if I were starting a yoga business from scratch today. Number 1, get clear on your transformation, who you help, and what change you create. Number 2, create a simple offer, even a small one, but think long-term about your signature program. Number 3, build a freebie that connects directly to that offer. Number 4, set up a simple sales system that can run on repeat. Number 5, focus your marketing on connection, not performance. And number 6, let your in-person and online teaching support each other. That's the foundation for a profitable, sustainable yoga business, a real step-by-step approach that's grounded in your values, your teaching, and your students' real needs. And remember, this doesn't happen overnight. You don't need to have it all figured out. Start small, take one step at a time, and let it grow naturally.